Do, 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 do. Hey, good morning. It's 5 a.m. Mester Scrum. I hope you're all doing well. It is Tuesday and 5:28 in the morning. So we got up earlier today. I don't know what it is, but we're getting up earlier. Well, probably because we're supposed to be on show in the 5 a.m. hour. And we need to get stuff done. Theoretically, I get up early enough, and then some things aren't awake yet. Right here. These things aren't here, but it is awake. Anyway, so here at 5 a.m. Scrum, we talk about Agile and Scrum in a practical, tactical way to help you get home to your family and friends at a decent time, not working the 60, 80-hour work weeks, and help your company make more money because we're actually getting stuff done, which we'll talk about a little bit here in a little bit because something triggered me the other day. Two things actually triggered me the other day. And then, have some fun and not do it so stressful and have a good time and have some fun as we do it. So, two things. One of the things we talked about the other day, and I put some clips up. I did the fortune cookie post, and I had a little blooper in it because when I cut the reel, I left a little piece at the end. So in the end, you get a double version of the ending from a previous episode in the roll. So I was debating whether I should take it off or let it go, and I said, just let it go, because last time I took some off, it does some weird, funky things. Like once you do live or once you post in YouTube, it doesn't really like it when you unpost it or update it. So I'm just gonna leave it as it goes, and just be like, yeah, that was a mess up by Mester, right? So leave it go. Anyway, so today I want to talk about some help desk stuff, classic help desk that was a stereotypical help desk responses I got over the past couple of days. And then also DevOps, because it wasn't a DevOps issue, but it just made me just go, yeah, this is why they invented DevOps. And it ain't because of the technology and releasing code and CI/CD. There's another reason why they really did DevOps, and now it's become another monster and morphed into something else. Kind of like when I hear people say, you're not agile unless you have all the CI/CD stuff and all that. And I go, well, no, you don't need all that stuff to be agile. But anyway, so first thing, just talk about help desk. And this is 5 a.m. Mester Scrum. Please like and subscribe and share with your friends. Hey, by the way, thumbs up. We have 200. I better mute my phone. We have 200 subscribers on our YouTube site, which is pretty cool. And over 300 plus. Some people subscribe to the channel and LinkedIn, which is cool. And then a couple hundred and different systems and things like that. So it's growing little by little, which is kind of what we wanted. We're not selling kids toys or anything like that, even though sometimes I share toys. Anyway, so the classic help desk thing. So I just got to share this with you because I just thought it was just like, you may not have reference to it, but so I found an issue on my screen, and I'm just gonna say it's one of the software programs that we use to manage stuff. And when I go on the screen, it's got a big exclamation point warning checkoff. So there's an error going on. Something's not working in the system. So I filed a bug or an issue ticket, and in the issue ticket, I actually said, hey, when you run this program, you get this error, and I see it here, and I also see it in the other system. Just want to let you know. And I took a snapshot because an image you would think is worth 1,000 words. I took a snapshot, put it in the system, and submitted it. And the person on the help desk side responds back to me in the ticket. Could you further explain what the problem is? Because I don't understand what it is. Like, when you go to the system, there's a giant red exclamation point that says warning, and that thing hasn't been indexed, blah, 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 right? And I'm thinking, do you even know how to use the software? I'll be honest with you. I said, do you not like go to it? I tell you what it is. I tell you exactly where it is, how to get there, show you a picture of it and what I'm seeing. Yet they don't understand. And I'm like, I think sometimes we don't read stuff. We just read the one-liner and go with the one-liner and don't understand it, but don't read the body of the description. And that's why I really do believe that it's important when we do these stories in these systems to put some description. If you have images, put the images in there, because you have not to with people who don't read stuff and then they come back and say, well, I don't understand it. I said, did you read it? And then they go, oh, I did not read it. So that's just something from a help desk. And then I got another one the other day. Went to some group. There was actually Googled. It's amazing how Google has the answers to a lot of things. There's a community group on it, and I said, what's going on right now? It doesn't make any sense for a large corporation that we have and having the issues that I'm seeing. I'm saying this does not make coding sense, right? The market for this product. And so I Googled it. I found out there's a setting in the server side. And so I captured it, put the link to the conversation, put that in the issue ticket, and submitted the issue ticket. The guy comes back. Could you share your screen? I'm like, why do you need to share my screen? I'm like, it's a server side thing. It ain't me. It's the server side. There's a, I said, oh, so this is not a cache issue. I'm like, no, it's not a cache issue. And I I have to hold my breath when I go talk to some people, and that's the thing. But I appreciate your asking. And I said, no, it's on the server side. Oh, well, then I'm going to go forward to DevOps group or whatever. I'm like, great, But I love it when people just ask those questions. It's like, I don't even know if sometimes they use your own software, and I think we did a show on that. Being a customer for your own software, it's important. And then now all this wraps into my next topic, DevOps. So this is the next topic, DevOps. So we talked about help desk, not really having a clue what the software does and how to use it. And, they just don't. It's like, it's funny. It's one of those reasons. But I was in another conversation on another item, and I did doing a lot of research, just thinking about it, concept on how to transition or transform an organization and transuse good or new software, and how do we want to use it in our organization. We use SAFe. So I was trying to explain to him, this is what we need to kind of what we do from what I read and see how the software works. Now I just brought it up for us to have a discussion. Well, of course, everybody wanted to talk about it. Like, no, I don't want to talk about it. I want to have a discussion how we're going to do it. and that's another thing in these whole people just talk, right? Like now, like I'm talking now. Anyway, but what was interesting, the response was, well, we have it all set up. It's up to them to figure it out and to go from there. Well, that kind of response is what created DevOps in the first place. Teams, development teams were writing code, launching the code, and said, we're done, we're over. What we did, we're done, and we're good to go. And then they would leave the help desk and people in infrastructure and all to answer the questions and fix stuff. So that's where originally this stuff came from. It wasn't all this automatic updating software and loading software. DevOps was the idea as you're in development and operations, you're supporting the operation side of the house and not just uploading software. People forget what it's really originally about, right? So, but I just thought it was classic where it's up to them. I'm like, no. Hi, Eddie. We got the software installed and set up for them. Now we have to get them to use it. That's our job as Agile coaches. Coach them on how to use it. It isn't just a question of setting up the software for people to use it, but it's to help coach them and show them how to use it and to get them using it so it has value. So that's why DevOps was there. We're here to support people. We load out the software. It's done. Now the question is, how do we support them and get them to use it so they get through the humps and do something? That's the operational side of the house, right? but it was a classic DevOps reasoning why we have DevOps now, where dev would drop something off and they would abandon it and leave it to the operations side to figure out what to do with it. And you can't do that, right? So anyway, that's what I wanted to share. Hopefully somebody back there is not unplugging all the power cords back there.
No.
All right, cool. Anyway, this is 5am Mester Scrum. It's 10:22 into the show. So right now it's about 5:38. So we're gonna let it go. And I got trouble. You think getting up at 4:40 in the morning is early enough to avoid this back here? Apparently not. So Eddie's here. If anybody didn't get that, because in the podcast world, right, can't see him, but he's plainly here in the show. And this is episode 130. Oh, by the way, we can do Eagle Sing because they totally lost the game the other day. So we didn't jinx it, didn't share anything. And we'll see with now.
Go Patriots.
Go Patriots. You're a Vinny's fan now? All right. He's his buddy, Vinny. All right. So with that, we're going to give a thumbs up. Please like and subscribe. Do you want to ring the bell?
Yeah.
I'm going to ring the bell so that you can get messages when we post up stuff. We usually post up around 9 o'clock and 12 o'clock clips from other shows just to keep going and stuff out there. With that, you all take care. Have a great day. Enjoy your Tuesday. Enjoy your Tuesday, and you have a great day.
Make sure you break the like button.
Break the like button, please. Thank you. See ya. Bye. You hit the end button. There you go. See ya.